Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm excited tonight, Beeve, because this is going to be a fun episode for everybody. It's going to be really dope tonight. To this morning, I'm tripping. That's how excited I am. But you are here, Michael Matthew, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. I'm with my guy, Beeve. We got a lot to talk about, Brody. How you doing today, man?
I went to therapy today. Sat there a little bit, talking about my woes from the night before, and I just gotta get through it, right?
Okay, no,
Just
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
get through
It was a tough Wednesday for, a lot of people in Clipper Nation. And it's just, a crazy situation went down. We all know Lakers were able to pick up the victory 116 to 112. But Beef, you know that I'm very professional with everything I do, right? I'm a fan of these different teams. I show them love. But I respect the game. I respect the business and the genre. But I got to do something for you, man, because it's something that you got to get a taste of. Let me do this real quick. Man, you know it had to happen, damn it. You know it had to happen, right? All of us, we started in this business.
Hey.
We're fans of the game. And if you don't know it, I'm a Laker fan. So this is my one time to brag and talk some mess. B, what's your thoughts? I want to know what you felt about the Clippers' performance in their 116-112 defeat.
Well, my first thoughts is this is my show, right? And I would not tolerate this bullshit of Lakers purple and gold being shattered anywhere on this set. But last night was a wake up call, right? I've been stressing it for a long time that bad habits have been brewing within the Clippers, right? And it starts with the turnovers, and it starts from the higher ups, right? We brought James Harden in to limit those turnovers. What is he doing? Contributing to it, right? Westbrook, turnover machine, right? So now I got two turnover machines, and it's getting frustrating to a point where you're blowing leads. And again, it doesn't even stop with the turnovers. It boils down to rotations. You got players necessarily complaining about not getting in the game, but then when you get in the game, you haven't scored.
Nothing.
You haven't scored since November, right? Now we got nice shoes, but we haven't scored since November. Like it just really boils down to it. The Clippers were, they was gunning for first place.
Yeah.
Now since first place is off the table, what are you gunning for?
Hey, you still play the games, but it was just a crazy situation, because the Clippers looked perfect. For 3 quarters, it was looking like, man, without PG, without Zubac, it was like they are still beating the Lakers. But LeBron went nuclear. It's a lot of times there's nothing you can do when a guy go nuclear like that. It's very disappointing that they didn't blitz him and keep the ball out of LeBron's hand. Very disappointing, the turnovers, like you said, and the fact that they only scored, 19 points?
Well, I don't consider LeBron going nuclear, really. I just consider that my best player didn't want to stake their best player.
Ooh,
and I'm putting it straight to the point, right? I have Kawhi. Kawhi's supposed to be my defensive stopper. I have James Harden. James Harden's supposed to be my scorer. If my 2 stars are not performing at the highest capability, when is your time to shine? You're going to fall flat on your face. And that's what happened, right? That's what happened. And then who contributed to it, I'm still going to go back to him, it's Ty Lue. You coach that player that's sitting in the purple and gold. You know what he can do. So why did you start the 4th quarter with a lineup that consists of Westbrook, Harden, PJ Tucker, and fucking Plumlee? It didn't mesh.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense with the stuff they're doing, because with me being, a Laker fan, and I'm going to follow them, though I cover the Clippers, I'm going to follow what the Lakers do. Most Laker fans know that when the Lakers' 4th quarter, like Bron kind of coasts, he kind of figure out what he's doing. 4th quarter, he's in full attack mode, and he did exactly that. So it was very, I don't even know the word to use. Why Ty Lue didn't try to say, let's make somebody else beat us.
It was very unorthodox.
There you go. Yeah, that's the word. That's great.
It was out of body for me. I feel like every time Ty Lue plays LeBron, I feel like it's a clutch handshake, because we're going to get the win. Because both of them was on clutch, but I don't want to bring business into pleasure. But it's just something about it, and something that, I don't really get frustrated with Ty Lue. But when he said in the press conference that he was okay with tight switching on Kawhi, you can hear a pin drop and everybody gasp for air, because it was like,
what?
Are you being sarcastic? Are you being sarcastic in this attribute, or are you trying to be serious in what you're saying?
Bron was seeking out Daniel Tice.
So you telling me you'll be okay if Zubac was switching on to LeBron?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. And then what made it even worse, after about 5 threes, then Kawhi went to take over ownership. No, You didn't even start the
The
fire.
fire's already started.
The fire's already started. That's like firefighters showing up to a fire and coming up with a fire extinguisher. Use the hose. Right? You just come there just making noise and just doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. They blew it, and I'm telling you right now, you don't want to get into a recipe of bad behaviors. Bad behaviors you start in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Even though you say it's time, it's not.
Yeah, it's always time, but to be up 21 points in such a big game, it's the final game of the hallway series where these two teams share in the same arena. They're at former Staples, now Crypto.com Arena. Next time they play each other, if they don't match up in the playoffs, which will be crazy, I'm hoping for it. These guys are going to not play each other until it's Intuit Dome and then the Crypto.com Arena. You would think that there's like, hey, let's make sure we make this happen. You go up 21 points. I thought they would say, hey, we're going to start off with our big guns. Let's put our foot on their throats, put them away. But they didn't. They allowed LeBron to creep around. And they missed Zubac in that fourth quarter because of the rebounding. AD was able to get some possessions for the Lakers that helped. Man, shout out to Rui Hachimura who knocked down some big shots. D-Lo with the quick trigger.
I feel like this whole show is dedicated to the Lakers where you keep shouting all these Lakers folks.
No,
right?
you got to.
I don't got to do nothing.
Hey, this is your fault, B.
This is full clip,
hey,
Clippers Unleashed. I ain't got to sit here
put this camera on me,
and
Jeff.
focus on
Put this
these
camera
Lakers,
on me.
you know what I mean?
Everybody, blame your guy B because last night at the game, while we're covering, B was talking all this, creating things on Twitter, and I'm up there like, there's nothing I can say. And then my boy LeBron started blazing. He LeBron'd you guys.
Listen,
I got to talk mess.
Nah, you don't got to talk mess. Win, lose, or draw. This is how I was born and raised. I'm going to talk my ism. If you from anywhere, you know what the ism means. I'm going to preach it. I don't care if I lose. I don't care if I win. But you know what? I'm always going to win, baby, because I find those loopholes.
Hey, but it was a great game. The energy was playoff-like. It was a tough loss for the Clippers. They're now 1-3 since the All-Star break. We got to see what's up with Zubac. We got to see what's up with Paul George.
Zubac's okay. He was out for illness.
Okay.
The main one that you're necessarily looking for is Paul George. Paul George is the one that had. I'll say this again. He should.
He has
it's his groin. It's his groin. Now I was saying sore knee, but if you keep overworking that groin muscle, your knee eventually is gonna start getting tired.
Yeah.
So that's the case behind it. Coming up is gonna still be a bumpy road. Yeah. But it is starting to get very alarming that they can't be playoff teams.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about more of it. Thank you, Clippers. Lakers gave us a great performance. I'm sorry it didn't go your way, Clipper Nation and Beef. But it's all right. It's a lot of season left to go. Some good basketball to be played. But hey, we got to talk about some changes, some new things. That's some rebranding when it comes to the Clipper teams. And we got that for you here with the full clip, Clippers Unleashed, after the break.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infinity Television.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Hey, we are back. Michael Matthew here, my guy Beef, of course, full Clippers Unleashed. So we just talked about the Lakers and Clippers. I'm sorry, Clipper Nation. I just had to, talk my mess a little bit. But I'm going to keep it professional this part of the show.
Well, tuck it
because
in.
we are. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, Beef.
Tuck it in.
But,
we're not professional enough.
We got some stuff to talk about because, of course, we know the rebrand with Intuit, with the Intuit Dome. But now we got a new logo. For you people out there who didn't know what a Clipper is, now we should all know by now. But I love what they got going with the, as you can see it there, the picture right there behind us.
It looks good.
It looks lovely. I love the navy blue. It's really cool. Throwing the Clipper ship in there. I think that because we talked about it like earlier in the season. I said I don't know what the hell a Clipper is, but you were able to tell me.
Yeah, man, you gotta go back from the history, right? You know, Clippers necessarily stem from an East Coast team. If you ever heard them, was the Buffalo Braves.
Yep.
And then necessarily once they moved from Buffalo, they moved to San Diego. And then what San Diego is very popular for is a city by, by the ocean.
Yeah.
It has a heavy naval-based type of system. And that's where you get the Clipper thing from, because the Clipper back in the 1400s was a very fast cargo ship.
Yeah.
So that's where the name stemmed from, and that's why you finally see it on the logo, on the rebrand. If you look here, when you're looking at the sea is actually a compass.
Yeah.
So
which is really cool.
So it's bringing a full attribute of it. They have the blue line around it that's giving a shout out to in regards to the old days and Buffalo Brave days and stuff like that. So it's very cool. But these jerseys, man, oh my God.
The jerseys are so
we got the
ice
red.
cold. Yeah, I like the fact that, first of all, you put your three superstars in the jerseys, James, Paul George, and Kawhi. But like you said, I love the red, man. The red to me is it's always been one of my favorite, I hate to say this, but it's always been one of my favorite NBA jerseys. Seeing the Clipper red was always pretty cool to me. And the fact that they're going back to it, I think they did such a great job with the jerseys. I don't know what you guys feel, Clipper Nation, how you guys feel about it, but you can always comment below. We'll talk about it with you next week. But what's your thoughts, Beef, on the jerseys? Let's rank the jerseys.
Let's not before we even start rating the jerseys.
Okay.
Let's just start with the cursive. I'm glad they brought back the cursive because when I'm looking at, before I was looking at like Microsoft 2010, they just click and stuck it on there. But if we have to rate the jerseys, the fan base, we've been wanting those red jerseys back for a very long time, so we're going to start with the red.
Okay.
Of course, white, you cannot go on white, and then the navy is the kind of last one on the block. But just the overall feel of it, I love the Clippers jerseys overall. And just taking a step further, I actually like the court too.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a court that has a longitude and latitude. Ever where the whole stadium is in, right? Inglewood, California.
That's really cool.
Something unique about Intuit too that most people don't know is the NBA court.
Yeah.
The NBA court is still an NBA, standard official court, but it's not your typical, I would say, size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Ballmer has made it a way that is a little bit condensed with NBA approval, so that he can see everything that he can need to see versus nothing is blocking him. So he's making this, the ultimate home court, which I feel that, teams is going to look at and even use, i.e. the Lakers. The Lakers, if you go to crypto.com, that little section they got, that little section.
Yeah, that's their wall.
Yeah, that little wall. You know where that came from? Mwah.
No,
we giving y'all jewels.
No, the Clippers, Steve Ballmer is doing an amazing job. Like, the rebrand is amazing. I'm happy they didn't change the name. I know all the fans are like, don't do it. Clipper fans, Clipper Nation, Steve Ballmer is listening. He got you guys. He got you the red jerseys. And I would rank them red, navy, and then white. Because I just like the navy blue that they're sticking with it. But, the court looks beautiful. And they said that's not the only court that they have.
I think, the court might have that L.A. that was on the crew neck. Have you ever seen a crew
neck?
Oh, yeah. That swaggy L.A.
I love that.
Or it might have that Compass C on the floor, which would be that would be hard to look at, too.
It's so crazy because the players were throwing it into our face, and we had no idea what we were seeing. We're like, yo, like, what is that? What is that crew neck? You know, what type of, you know, shirt that Russ had on coming into the game? But now with everything they're doing, like, it's really dope, and it makes it one of the top tier looks when it comes, because look at all the merch. They had the event at the Grove where T-Man was there and people were showing up and buying. You can buy this stuff online. They're doing a great job with this to where they're already dominating when it comes to the basketball courts for the city of LA. Now you get this rebrand with the jerseys, the new logo. Clippers are, I can say, Clippers are doing a lot of great things.
Speaking of dominating courts, you know, shout out to Russell Westbrook. He's actually, you know, going to take over 180 courts. So, you know, it's
housing, right?
Yeah. So it's a lot of good things that's coming from the Clippers. That, and I always tell people, right, that the Clippers is that community team. As much as y'all want to keep, you know, shitting on the Clippers, or they don't got no championships. No, I'm being serious right now. It's a team for the people, right? You know, back in the day, the Lakers used to do it. You know, used to be a lot of teams right now with the YMCA. It doesn't matter where you go. Your child's going to play for a Clipper, so I don't want to hear nothing else from Laker fans. You know, your kids is going to grow up to be Clipper fans. Because it starts there with the courts, the jerseys, and all that type of stuff. A lot of parents going to make sure they Lakers. It's not even Lakers YMCA team. Put that Clipper jersey on and go participate.
It's just when you see all these big names, but that's why you're hoping that the Kawhis, the PGs, the James can help bring them a title and things like that.
And then also, too, the hidden gem amongst all this, right? It's LA, it's Inglewood, right? It's something brand new, which is going to be very enticing to stars. You don't have to sell LA to teams, right?
No, yeah.
Now you can literally sell them like, hey, this is the house that you can put your name on because nobody ever touched it before.
True.
It's Kawhi, James Harden, of course, but brand new stars can literally put their fingerprints on something versus I wouldn't say you're always in the shadow, but that's the house that Kobe built right down there on Crypto.
I agree.
But you can't outshine
Nobody built this house into it.
LeBron can be the pivotal of what he is. He can get the much points. He can get 100,000 points. That's still Kobe.
But hey, you know we got to think about, because they got the new jerseys, right?
Yep.
They going to the new arena. But eventually you got to retire some jerseys. It's people that you got to honor from your past. You're going to throw them up. So, hey, make sure that you guys continue to tap in with us. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to have a discussion coming up soon where we're going to talk about who should be the first Clipper jersey retired at Intuit, you know, so they can pay homage to the history of the Clippers. But we're not done with you. The Clippers got some games coming up. They got a game tonight. They're looking to get back to it. Like I said, 1-3 since the end of the break. So make sure you guys stay with us. We're going to talk about all of the games coming up. And tonight's big game versus the Washington Wizards. Michael B. Hey, we're going to be back with you, baby. Full Clippers Unleashed.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumake with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infanity Television.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Hey, welcome back. You are here with the Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. Michael Matthew here with you, with my guy, Beeve.
Yeah.
Beeve. So the Clippers trying to, get out of the first losing streak since like early in December. So they're trying to get themselves together, man. They got to right the ship tonight against the Wizards.
It's bobblehead night.
Bobblehead night. Where they're going to honor us. So I expect for him to come out and trying to beat. What are the things the Clippers have to do tonight to pick up this victory?
Just play.
Okay.
Play, I don't want to use harsh words, but play kind of smart basketball, right? Like T-Man and everyone said in the press conference, even Tyloo, you got to make the simple reads. Once you make the simple reads, just like they did in the first 3 quarters against the Lakers, it will make the game so much easy. Once you start to do too much razzle-dazzle and doing between your legs and what's above your pay grade, that's when you're going to result in losses.
You always would say something earlier. You would say, play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Oh yeah, hey, that's still my motto, right? If you play stupid games, you're always gonna win a stupid prize. And the Clippers always love ta-da.
So you're hoping, the hope is that tonight they're gonna get it right. They're gonna, come out, play some defense, play like you did those first 3 quarters. They're one of a tough team to beat, especially without 2 of your starters. We're going to get word soon, that to see if Zubac is going to play. Hopefully he's feeling better. I don't expect PG to play, but let's see how close he's going to be. But it comes down to your guys. Like, no PG. You got Kawhi. You got James Harden. You got Russell Westbrook. These guys are the names. These guys have to play big games, and they're going to need them to play well.
My gripe is with Russell Westbrook, as much as he does off the court, my gripe with him is on the court, and it's called slowing down.
Okay.
There's no way you should be blowing layups at 110 degrees, right? You shouldn't be blowing layups 110 degrees, miles per hour. It could be 110 Fahrenheit. It doesn't matter what's going on. He's blowing them at a high rate. That's what I'm trying to get to. At a high rate, he's smoking them. Like, not just easy smokes, I mean smoking them. So just slow it down. It was a few times in the game, when he slowed his pace down by dragging his back foot, just to slow it down. Yeah. And it gave him enough just to give it up to, lay it on in. But when he doesn't do that, he just, like, bro, slow down. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I'm looking to Kawhi, man, because at one point during that stretch where they were looking so dominant, Kawhi was looking like, man, this guy looking like an MVP, And then you see the matchup with LeBron. You expect him to, dominate that for the full game. It didn't happen. I think they need him to kind of get back to that groove of, looking like a top 5 guy.
They can't have him in that groove, but when double teams arrive, that's when your other players got to step up. So that's why I always point to point A and point B. Yeah. Kawhi is point A. The team only goes as far as Kawhi goes. We've been saying that night in and night out. Yeah. But when it comes to B, C, and D, I need all of y'all to be firing on all cylinders, right? That's James Harden, that's Norman Powell, that's Westbrook, that's Amir Coffey, everyone else. Because the rule of thumb is, right, let's do basketball for novice. For real, let's do basketball for novice.
That's real.
If you're being double teamed, right, the game has how many people on the court? 5 people on the court, right? If I'm being double teamed, how many people are in the league?
Somebody's open.
Somebody's open, right? Because clearly I got 2 on me, which means 3 more is running around, so...
Yeah, and they have to make these passes and protect the ball. Like, that's what Tyloo has been talking about since the break. T-Man was frustrated when we were there in the press conference because it's like, we got to protect the ball. Like, these are games that we should be winning. And, they got to hit the road after, tonight. They're going to be gone for 3 games against some tough teams. I believe Minnesota and Milwaukee are 2 of them. You expect for them to play much better because... Hey, I'm always saying that there's more season. You want to try to get, like the Clippers, I think is a team that home court advantage will be lovely for them. Yeah, they don't have the craziest advantage, but the fact that they can be at home, sleep in their beds with these guys, you don't want to have to travel and mess around and play in Denver or in the first round. Phoenix, you have to match up with. You want to get home court and you have to match up against maybe, one of these teams that's coming in, stumbling into the playoffs. So I think that getting back into a groove really starts tonight. Just winning makes
win the game. Just
you
win.
know, it just makes everything better.
Just win, baby. That's what we heard that before, right? From the Raiders. Just win,
Al
baby.
Davis, rest in peace.
Just win, baby. That's all you gotta do is win. Focus and win. Get back in the winning column, and just just chop it away from there, right? Because not only this Friday, but following coming up on the 12th. There's another matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves that I got circled around on my calendar.
Yeah, they got that's when Minnesota comes back. But I want to see what they do when they travel coming up next week. It's gonna be some good basketball. But Ty Lue, right? We've been giving him a lot of praise during the season, especially they made this turnaround. What does he need to do to help kind of get this group back to where they need to be? Because he talked about it Wednesday night. He said Tuesday we had a great practice. It looked great. He said we had a great 3 quarters. He's never flustered. He's always calm and collected.
You want to know you need to stop doing?
What?
Stop avoiding adversity. You need to look adversity straight in the eye like I'm looking in this camera. Put your big boy pants on and start putting people on notice. I know you want to be a player's coach, right? And I've never been hard on you, Ty Lue. But everyone necessarily needs to take ownership sometime, and it always can't be on you because you always fall on the fire for them. Let these players fall on the fire because at the end of the day, right, you're not out there playing no more.
That part.
They're the one playing. Yes, you can set them up, but they need to feel this fire that's necessary going on because, of course, we know you probably won't be in the hot seat, but why even put your butt in the hot seat if you don't need to be in the hot seat? Now, I don't mean go to depths of Doc Rivers.
Nah, yeah.
But just like how
accountability, man.
Just like how Pop used to get in Tim Duncan and Tony Parker in them ass. Put these motherfuckers on notice. He actually got in Kawhi ass a few times.
Nah, yeah.
Put these motherfuckers on notice. You know what I mean? Because it's only so much you can keep saying. Stop turning over the ball. Gain rebound. Stop turning the ball. No. Hey, dog, you stink tonight.
Yeah, true.
What you gonna do?
But that's what we see in the press conferences when we're there. But, I don't know how he's handling it inside. But, yeah, sometimes I learned from the great Phil Jackson, sometimes you got to go to the media and say a player's name so that some accountability can be brought on them because they got to figure it out because you don't want to drop to the 5th seed, or even get anywhere close to being like near that 6th seed at all. So hopefully, they have this game tonight that can hopefully help them bounce back. Yeah. And then, hopefully they can get some victories. So I believe they got three games, 3 or 4 games.
They got a long way to go because to drop down to 5, you got to lose a good 5 in a row.
No, yeah.
To stumble that low because it's a gap between.
If you lose tonight, it's going to look scary.
We ain't going to lose tonight. It's the Washington Wizards, right? Literally, it's the little.
They like the Generals.
The Washington, what's in the little things? The sparklers, right? I ain't worried about that. But if you looking at it in the long run, man, we going to be all right tonight.
Okay.
Man.
Hey, so Clipper Nation, y'all let us know how you guys are feeling about your team. Are you confident that they can turn this around? Looks like, hopefully Beef said they're going to take care of business tonight, so let's see what happens. But we're going to come back next week because they're going to have some big games that they played. So let's see what we're going to be talking about. And hopefully Beef isn't too sad like he was today when them Lakers picked up that big victory.
I ain't never sad. I ain't never scared.
Hey, but we thank you guys for tuning in. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Michael B, we bring you the full Clippers Unleashed. Make sure you follow Infinity TV on Instagram and all your socials where you can see a lot of the post-game, pre-game, and all the content that we have. Check out the website, infinitytv.com, where you can see the stories written by some great reporters, including myself. Hey, next week is going to be a lit one, so either way it goes, it's going to be fun. We'll catch you guys next week, baby.
Wrap this up. I got to get a bobblehead.
Peace.